Good afternoon. My name is Stephanie Cates, and I'm here with Alex Lopez of Easy Print Marketing. And I wanted to speak to you because this month is Advertising April for the Miramar Pembroke Pines Regional Chamber of Commerce, the Western Florida Chamber, and the the Park West and Pembroke Park Chambers. That's a mouthful, but all the chambers are part of the Chamber University. And we now have a section called Chamber University Podcast. So today I have invited Alex, who has been a longtime member of both chambers, to come on and talk to us about marketing, recognition, branding, and what's best for different people in the print field of marketing. So Alex, with that, welcome and thank you for being here today. So talk to us a little bit about print marketing and what you do and how you help people decide what's best for them.
Right. So first, thank you for having me on the podcast, and I appreciate it. I think that ultimately your marketing, whether it's print marketing, digital marketing, any marketing, has to be centered around who your target clientele is. So that's the very first thing you should do. So for example, and where you're at. So if you're a barber shop, you're definitely going to want to do, I've heard, I had a client, I'll give you an example because I feel like that's the easiest way to explain, having the right product for the right client. I had a barber shop that came to me and they told me, I've been doing these mailers and they just haven't been working. I feel like I'm spending so much money and I'm not really getting a return. And then I explained to them that yes, absolutely, a mailing campaign is not the right tool for you to be using because of the price point of your product. So he was doing a $10 haircuts on Tuesdays and he wanted to advertise that, right? And so what he was doing is mailing out these mailers, but the problem was he was spending, generally speaking, a mailer is only going to get you a 1 to 3% callback. So if you send out 1,000 mail pieces, you're only going to get between like 10 and 30 phone calls. So let's say you get 10 phone calls. Is the amount of money you're going to make off those 10 phone calls, let's say you turn 100% of them into clients, is that going to pay for the mailer? It's not, because he was charging $10 a haircut. So if he got 10 calls and he closed 10 people, that's $100. So he's paying $1,000 to make $100. There's no return on investment. And a lot of people don't think about these kind of things. And so now when you look at a realtor, if they get one phone call, right, out of the 10, now you're only talking about closing 10% of the people that call you back. Let's say 10 people call you back, and you only close 1% or 10% of that, which is one person. And then the average, ticket that, as far as the bill of sale is going to be for them, or their commission is going to be $5,000 and up, right? That easily takes care of the $1,000 cost of the EDDM, or the mailer. And I'm just using that as like big round numbers so that you can understand, right. And so in their case, it makes a lot of sense to do a mailer. So for the barber shop, the first thing I did was a consultation with him. When I started to figure these things out, his location did not have good street front visibility. So I told him, you need to put some signage on your storefront, on your windows, so that people, when they drive by, they see you. So that was the first thing. The second thing was, you're also in a location that's not easily viewed from the street. So if people pull into the parking lot, they might not know where you are. So we did a couple of yard signs, directional signs, so that people could find him no matter what entrance they came into the parking lot. And third, I said, you need to pay somebody 2 hours a day, $15 an hour, right? To stand on the streets at lunchtime and at end of business. Okay, so that's $30 a day, and the sign costs, I don't know, $50, let's say. Okay, now he started getting so much business on Tuesday that he stopped doing the thing because he was getting booked up, and he started doing it on different days. Now the total investment of that was maybe $1,000, let's say, but he made so much off of that $1,000, even though his ticket price was only a $10 sale per client. He was just raking in the dough. So it just all depends on who you're trying to reach, and then making sure, because these people were leaving work for lunch or leaving work at the end of the workday, and they see the sign $10 haircut, and they're like, you know what, I could use a haircut, and they pulled right in. And so for him, that worked good. For a realtor, having somebody on the street, you know, it's not always the best thing. Now, a lot of times what they'll do is they'll list the property, like let's say it's an open house, and then they'll have directional signage. And in that kind of case, yeah, the directional signage also helps the realtor, but it's because you need them to get to the property. So there's a lot of different things that different people need. Now, like an AC person is going to want to make stickers, right? Because they're going to want to put the sticker on the unit, on the indoor unit and on the outdoor unit, so that if something goes wrong, the client walks up to the equipment that's faulty and they see the sticker and they know who to call. So but a sticker it's not going to make sense for a barber, right? Because the barber's not going to slap a sticker on your forehead and say, call us when you're ready to do it. So it's not the right product for a barbershop to have. So every single industry, you have to know who your target client is, and then make sure you pick the right products that are going to be effective and get you a return on your investment. That's the first step. The second step is to make sure that the products you're picking, that the design portion of it, the information that is associated with that product, is the actual, that the information is going to be effective. So let me give you an example. A business card. A business card is something that you hand to somebody when you're speaking to them. You give them your card. What do you do? What do you do? You shake hands. You're talking to them. You're telling them what you're doing. And then the business card, it doesn't do any sales. The only thing a business card is good for is contact info, right? Your phone number, your email, your address. You can put a QR code on it if you want, and things like that. Now, here's the thing where a lot of people think that business cards are not necessary anymore. And I would like to give you a for instance. If you QR code somebody's phone number, right? Or like you do a digital card. Some people have digital business cards. The problem is that's the only impression they're ever going to see of your company again, unless they are looking for you in their phone and remember the name of your business or your name. Because if they don't remember the name of your business or your name, they're not going to find them in the thousands of contacts that they have saved on their phone. But you know what they will see again? They will see that business card that's in their pocket when they get home. So they talked to you that day. They saw your business card and put it in their pocket. They got home. They took out your business card and looked at it. Now, they either did one of two things. They either threw it away or put it on their counter. Guess what they see the next day when they go to brush their teeth? They're going to see your card again. They're going to keep seeing your card. And those impressions are what cause business.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
No, I was going to say until you either throw it away or do something with it. It sits there.
Right. But here's the thing. The price of a business card is so minuscule that it has so much value for people to see that. Now, here's the other thing. With a business card, if you do a nice business card, a lot of people will keep your business card because in the future, they're going to want to do nice business cards like your business card because it's memorable. And there's so many different varieties, so many different finishes that you can do on a business card so that it looks impressive. And the more impressive your business card is, the more likely it is that they're going to keep it in their wallets or in their purse, and they're going to hold on to it. Okay. And then when they hold on to it, if somebody says something about them to them of like, oh, I'm looking for a printer, and then they're like, oh, you know what, this the printer for this guy, you know, and so like they're able to like refer more easily because they have a tactile piece of information that they're carrying with you, and a business card is small enough that it's easy to carry around with people. All right,
Alex, can I ask you a question? Do you
sure.
good that on the back of a business card you do an action item? For example,
No, I do not.
The July place and on the back.
That is absolutely not what a business card is used for. You're just wasting space at that point.
Okay.
If you want like an actionable item, like or that's something you would do on like a flyer, because a flyer is not, it has to sell itself. Flyers are usually handed out en masse, like at an event, you just handing out flyers, or they're set up at a local business or somewhere else where people grab a flyer and pick it up. When they look at a flyer, they have to see value in it in order for them to call, right? So they're going to look at it. They're going to say, oh, there's value here. It says, if you call and you mention this code, you'll get a free inspection. Or if you order 2 rooms and you use this code, you're going to get a 3rd room free on a cleaning, or whatever the case, or 25% off with this card, you know, with this flyer. And so people see value with that card. So it does the selling, right? The flyer does the selling for itself. And then people call you. Another reason why you don't want to do it on a business card is because business cards are meant to be kept long-term. Calls to action, that's what I call them, calls to action, are meant to be seasonal. They're meant to be temporary. They're not meant to last forever. So you put an action, you put that on your card. Now, if let's say you're not offering that anymore, that's, you know, that freebie or whatever it is, now you got to throw away all your business cards and start over again. But that's not what you want to put on your business card. You want to put those type of things on a postcard flyer. Okay. Now, if it's a brochure, you could put pricing or like package deals and things like that on the brochure, but I don't recommend it, because usually a brochure is more informational. So like, let's say you are for example, let's say you are a personal nutritionist, and you go to a doctor's office and you talk to them, and because you want them to be able to refer their clients to you. You bring them the brochure because it's informational. It gives them more information about your background, your qualifications, how long have you been in business, what kind of services you provide. And that way they will be better equipped to refer their clients to you, right? And so that's more of what a brochure. So every single product needs to be laid out in a format that is going to be effective for the use that it's supposed to have. I had a client that told me that they had car magnets on their car, and the car magnets don't work, right? And because I had mentioned that they, you know, do they have them? And they said, no, I threw them away. And I said, well, what did you have on the car magnets? And he's like, oh, it was a Vistaprint special. And so basically the information that he had on his business card, the exact information he had on his business card was put on his car magnet. And he was like, nobody ever called. And I told him, I said, of course, nobody ever called. Because when someone looks at a car magnet, generally they're driving, so they don't have a lot of time to really read everything, right? And this goes for billboards, this goes for everything that's on the road. You're not going to see a paragraph on a billboard, right? And generally they're going to look at your car magnet for 2 seconds, and they need to know what you do and your phone number, period. Because if they're going to call you, they're going to call you right then and there while they're driving. They're not going to wait till they get home. So there's no point in putting your address. There's no point in putting a website or an email or a fax or multiple numbers. Some people want to put like 3, 4 phone numbers on there. The only thing you're going to accomplish is that they're going to be calling the wrong number, because they're going to start with one number and finish with the other number. So one phone number and what you do. If what you do is in the name of what you do, that's even better. Like, for example, I'm Easy Print and Marketing. My logo says what I do. So it's perfect, because I got my branding and then I got my phone number. But if, like, let's say what you do has nothing to do with the name of your company, right? Then I would put your logo somewhere on there just so that it's visible. But it's more important for them to know what you do. And a lot of people hate when I tell them that, because they love their logo and they want their logo to be seen, and they want the magnet to look as colorful and as, you know, busy as possible. But the problem is, when you start doing that, you take the functionality away from what a car magnet is. And you want your phone to ring. If you want your magnets to look cool and you don't care if your phone rings, well, then fine, we can do something for you. But if you want your phone to ring, which is ultimately why you've got car magnets in the first place, then use them functionally. And I try to educate my clients, and as much as I can. I will do ultimately what the client wants me to do, but I will always try to consult them. And this is free. I don't charge for my consultation time. There's people that will charge you to tell you what I tell you for free. And the reason for that is because I want your business to be successful. I want you to make a ton of money, because at the end, if you do, you're going to want to come back to me and spend more money with me to do more marketing and continue to grow your business. So, yeah, those are the two things that I think are the most important as far as, you know, making sure you have effective branding out there in the marketplace.
So you do some I don't know anybody, I know there's probably dozens of them, but I don't know very many people that do the car wraps. I don't know many people that do, you know, what you do for Ultra. And I hope that's okay. I mentioned that because it's really big. I know you've worked with the cruise lines. I mean, you can actually do the size of walls, and you could do almost anything. So it doesn't have to be just the size of a business card, right? So talk to me about who really needs these larger than life, and then also reflect a little bit on banners for people that, you know, want to do displays and stuff like that, because I know those are the two things that you do also.
Okay, so for large, what you're talking about now is large format printing. Mm-hmm. And so yes, absolutely, we do that for Ultra. We've been doing that for Ultra since 2013. Granted, we didn't have the Ultra Music Festival. By the way, the Ultra Music Festival is the largest EDM music festival on the planet. They do it in over 62 different countries all around the world. It's held, and it's back in Bayside, in the park right now, the Bayfront Park next to Bayside. They actually closed part of US 1. It happened in March, like I think it was like the 24th through the 26th or something. It's a 3-day festival. Over 55,000 people show up to that festival. And we handle all of the production. So we did all of the scaffolding that gets put up, all of the fence banner, mesh banner printing, all of the directional signage in the park, any kind of projects that they do. We've wrapped their entire VVIP a few years ago. We wrapped all of their walls. Their walls were 13 feet tall and 60 or 90 feet long. And we wrapped them with all kinds of artwork and things like that. We're actually working on a project with Valeria Caribbean to wrap a couple of buses that they use to transport people to and from the ports. We wrap vehicles all the time. I mean, it's something normal that's part of the business. As far as signage, we do acrylic signage. We've done a lot of signage for like hotels. So when hotels are doing their build outs and they need artwork in the rooms, we do canvas material wraps for like paintings so that they can decorate all the different rooms. We've done their lobbies with really nice acrylic pieces. We can turn people's logos into like a physical object that we can put on their walls when people walk in so that they see the branding right in their face. Storefront windows are also great for visibility from the parking lots. We do all of the storefront type of vinyl, channel lettering for the front of a business where you're going to put your logo on the front of the building. We do that kind of thing as well. Pretty much anything you can think about putting your logo on, we can handle. But that's the bulk of the large format, right? That's all of your signage. We do aluminum signage as well. We've done a lot of that for like realtors and things like that, or for like really an outdoor sign that needs a lot of staying power, that it's going to stay there for a long time. We do some coated aluminum signs for that kind of purpose. But yeah, anything large format, banners, signs, mesh, magnetics, acrylics, pretty much all of that. We also do contour cutting. So let me show you something. So we did a project for the Super Bowl in 2019, February, right before the pandemic hit. And so we did Casa de Crunch. So I don't know if you can tell, but this is actually like a little piece that I just made for myself, but it's a PVC cutout on top of PVC. So it has like a 3D effect to it, but we can do that with aluminum. We can do that with acrylics. And we wrapped that whole house. We did all kinds of signage. You can actually go to facebook.com /EZ print MKT. If you go there, you'll basically be visiting our business Facebook, and on that business Facebook, is mostly what I post on there is the large format stuff. So anyone can go there and view all of the projects, most of the projects we've done. We've also done projects for like Heineken. They did a bar build out in the dugout where the Jaguars run out onto the field. The Jacksonville Jaguars run out onto the field. Heineken did a bar there, and we did the entire bar. We did countertops, we did the walls, we wrapped their fridge, the chairs, like pretty much everything there was us. So we've worked with large companies, Red Bull, Heineken, Ultra, Bang Energy. Their corporate offices is here in Weston, and we did a bunch of stuff for them as well. So we work with bigger companies, but I like working with medium size or even small companies to help them grow. It obviously gives me more satisfaction to do those things, even though the larger companies are great because they're the ones that pay the bills. You know what I mean? So
I do. Alex, this is really fascinating. I think, and you mentioned something you would be willing to give any of our viewers if they wanted to call you, and I'll give you a chance in a minute. Some consultation about what they're looking to do and try to give you your expertise on what's the best type of print marketing that they should be doing. And I mean, you said that other companies charge, but you don't. That's just something that you do as a service, work with, just consulting and talking to them.
correct. Yeah. So I've been in business now for about 12 years. I actually had a retail location for about 6 years, and now I've been working out of my house actually for about 6 years, and it cut the volume of my business to like a third of what it used to be. But all that did was just get rid of all of the most of the walk-ins, which really all they wanted was like, I just need something cheap and fast and now, and it got rid of most of those clients. And so now I kind of focus with people that understand that marketing actually has a value and that it's not an expense, but an actual investment in your company. And marketing is a tool that will help your business to succeed. And so I've been working a lot with those type of business-minded individuals. And the great thing about now working out of my house is that I have so much more flexibility that, yes, I actually go to my clients, whereas with a regular print shop, usually you have to go to the print shop and you have to talk to them there in the print shop. And there's not usually a lot of time because they have other people walking in. And so like, they need you to know what you want and just give them the work to do. And that's it. Whereas I can actually take the time to go visit with my clients and sit down with them for a half an hour and just talk to them. You know, I don't sell anything. I give it, I do like literally, I just consult. I don't try to close anything. I feel that, that I get more business from just giving sound advice to people. And I think people appreciate that and understand that if I'm going to give them good advice and I'm not going to charge for it, then what kind of service am I going to give them when I start charging them? So that's basically the way I run my business model. And yeah, and it's so far it's worked out well for me. So yes, absolutely. I do. Anyone that wants to call me and get a consultation, I would be happy to go visit your location. If you're mobile, we could either meet somewhere that's convenient for the both of us, or you can come on over here. I do have to do it by appointments just because since I am working out of my house, I don't want people just showing up at 8 o'clock at night like, hey, I need stuff, you know, but
no problem. Well,
but nowadays everybody's so used to working with people that work from home that it used to be a problem where I would have to explain to people like, yes, I work from home, but now it's kind of like more widespread. Everybody else is working from home now, so now it's like not such a big deal.
Well, Alex, could you give everybody, obviously, again, the name of your company, your name, and a phone number that they can call you? And we'll go ahead and post your business card at the end of this so that people, your business card, so that they can give you a call and know your information, like email, etc. Okay?
Sounds good. Yeah, so my name is Alex Lopez. I'm the owner of Easy Print and Marketing. And the best phone number to reach me on is 954-835-5735. If I'm not in the office, it will ring through to my cell phone. So that's the only number you need, 954-835-5735. And I already gave the Facebook. If you go to Facebook and you go to EZ Print MKT, you'll see all our work. And if you go to our website, which is ezprintmkt.com, that's our website. And it's not easy like the word easy. It's just the letters EZ. So it's EZ Print MKT. And you can find us all over the place. And we're located in Weston. We're located in Weston, but I work all over the place. Ultra's in downtown Miami. And we do stuff for them. We do stuff in up north. So pretty much anywhere somebody's at, I could pretty much help them.
Wonderful. Well, Alex, thank you so much for this information. It was really helpful. I don't think people understand the depth of, you know, when they make a decision about marketing, they think, you know, just take these little whatever and make a couple of copies and you're done. You're right. There's so much more that has to be thought out. And with your consultation, I'm sure businesses will get much better results with the marketing when they work with you. So thank you so much for your time. And with that, we're going to end this call, and please reach out to Alex if you have any marketing needs. Thank you.